Swimbait fishing has gained a lot of popularity over the last couple of years. This is nothing new. However, we live in a golden era of fishing, and we have been blessed with all types of swim baits and the new rods, reels that have come out in the market to also give us the ability to throw these giant swim baits. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about why I think the Magdraft is a great entry-level swim bait for someone that wants to start into getting into swim baits but don't know where to go. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, so the Magdraft, where do I even begin? This is a great option if someone wants to get into swimbait fishing, but they don't know where to really start. They come at a very reasonable price at $14.99. They come in two different sizes, the 6-inch and the 8-inch, and they come in different colors, and they come in two different variations. They have the regular Magdraft, and we have the Magdraft Free here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the two differences. So the Magdraft itself comes pre-rigged and ready to go out of the packaging, and this is a perfect example. Now there are some subtle differences, but there are some certain similarities between the two. The biggest noticeable difference is that the Magdraft comes rigged with hooks, and it has a magnet here that catches the hook just like that. And this is ready to go out of the packaging. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to put on anything at all. This is ready to go out of the packaging. You tie your line on. You can throw this thing out of the water, out of the get-go right off the bat. The biggest thing that I like about this is that, again, this is ready to go, so you don't have to tinker with anything if you're not really familiar with swim baits. And the cool thing about this is that this only comes in at about a little over an ounce. And so you can throw this on some of your heavier rods. That way you don't actually have to spend money and get into swim bait rods or reels. The Magdraft Free, on the other hand, is the one right here. It's a white. This is comes just a plastic. It does not come rigged with anything. It doesn't have any weights and doesn't have anything on it, not even a hook keeper. Sorry, not even a line tie here. So this is pretty much just a giant piece of plastic. And the way that you would rig this guy, you would use a swim bait hook. I like using a size 8 owner's hook. I don't have any more with me, but I like to rig this up just basically through the nose, underneath the body, and the hook becomes, it kind of sits flush right here. There's a little pocket right here. And this basically keeps this as weedless as possible. So you could throw this around heavy cover, you could throw this around grass, laydowns, and you can adjust the weight of this by using different weighted belly hooks on your swim bait. So this is kind of the cool, I guess I'd say the more versatile version, because you can pre-rig this any way you want with different weights, and it gives you to fish different depths. This one comes rigged like this already, so there's not much tinkering you can do with this, but this is a great place to start because, again, this comes pre-rigged out of the packaging. You don't have to do anything to this. This comes in at $14.99 for just one, pre-rigged, and the Free comes in at $14.99, but you get two plastics just like this. So, you have to spend a little bit more for the Magdraft per one, but again, this comes pre-rigged already, whereas this one, you pretty much all you need is a swim bait hook that is weighted, and you can throw this thing pretty much anywhere. So they have the different colors and sizes. Some of the similarities, though, the body is pretty much the same. So they have the same shape, they have the same features, the realistic eyes that are on here, the same fin designs, everything else is pretty much the same. And so the cool thing about this one, about both of these, is that they come with a little fin here, and this kind of keeps it upright. And this way that, this is the reason why these swim baits don't actually roll too much. They actually swim very true, very tight. And if you get it at the perfect retrieve, then you can get this thing to just swim perfectly through the water column. And that's what I really like about this. Currently, I have my brand new to me Conquest Calcutta DC. This is brand new to me this year, and I love throwing the swim bait with it. Just handles very well, palms very well in the hand, and I have it paired with an X-Pride. This is a 7.2 heavy. Feel like I get just enough tip and also a lot of backbone to throw this Magdraft, and so this is my go-to Magdraft rod. And this is kind of what I have it paired up with. I have 20-pound fluorocarbon line on here, and this is the perfect combination, guys. So that's just a little setup that I have with it, and that's kind of what I have paired up with this. And I think this is a great lure for what I have for my 7.2 heavy and my Calcutta Conquest DC. It just throws it very naturally, very well, and I love the palm, the hand placement of the reel for me. And this just, again, the lower gear ratio is awesome for these, because the whole point of this is to not really do any kind of fast retrieves. You really want to take this nice and slow and let the action of this do the job. And so where would you really throw these guys, right? And I said, I talked a little bit about this guy, but where would I throw this one? Well, for the most part, the nice thing about this is that it's pretty much weedless for the most part, so you can fish this around weeds, on top of weeds, you can fish this around laydowns, covers, and the nice thing about it is the hook is magnetized, so it catches just like that. So you're gonna pretty much, you won't get a lot of snags on this, guys. You definitely don't. And that's one of the things I like about this, again, because it comes pre-rigged out of the packaging, ready to go. Just tie it on, toss it out there, and you got yourself a very, very versatile swim bait that doesn't have to break the bank. Okay, guys? So that's really one of my biggest things I like about this. These can be fished in different depths. With the pre-rigged one, the Magdraft, you can pretty much fish it shallow, and you can fish it in deeper situations too if you let it sink a little bit more. And the free, you have a little bit more adjustability, like I mentioned a little earlier. So if you wanted to, fish shallow, you could even throw this weightless if you'd like, and just chuck it out shallow, or you could even fish a little bit deeper, and you can have a nice weighted swim bait hook on it, and you could throw this and troll this anywhere between 10 to 20 feet of water too as well if you like. But that is the cool thing about these, and I think this is a great way, again, to start if you're not sure where to go. If you want to start into swim bait fishing and you don't want to break the bank, you don't want to have to buy a new rod or reel just because, hey, you know what, because the lure is too heavy. And again, this is just a taste of swim bait fishing, so don't think that this is everything about swim baits. This is kind of more the entry level swim baits here, guys. So this is a great way to start if you're looking to get into it. Overall, guys, swim bait fishing is a technique that takes a lot of patience. You're not going to catch a lot of numbers on these. You're going to get quality though, but you're not going to get a lot of numbers. So it's a lot of patience. It's a lot of slow fishing. You're going to be throwing a slow retrieve. You're not going to be fishing very pressured lakes. You're going to be fishing, again, for bigger bass. You're going to target bigger bass with these. And when I tell you, though, if you catch one, you're going to get a good size on these swim baits. And that's why people like throwing them, because big baits attract big fish. And so that's just one of the cool things I like about swim bait fishing. The Magdraft is an excellent choice, again, if you're looking to start to get into it. And I definitely think this is worth the investment if you want to try it out. It's only $14.99. It's cheaper than a lot of lures out there, quite honestly. This is even cheaper than the 110, and so it's a great lure to start using. And it's very versatile, and you have the 6-inch and the 8-inch, so if you're if you're me and you live in the Midwest, well, 6 inches is going to be the best way to go. If you're living down south or on the West Coast, 8 inches, you could even go up to 8 inches on these Magdrafts. But I have the two different variations here for a quick, quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just wanted to talk a little bit about one of my favorite entry-level swim baits here, the Magdraft for Megabass. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video.